Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I have a ton of very exciting Wings of Fire news to share with you all. From the first few pages of the Escaping Peril graphic novel being revealed, to how to enter a special Tui giveaway for a signed book and plushie collection, I can't wait to show you guys everything there is. But before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons as always. 𝙈𝙊𝙍𝙁𝙊, Slightest Wild, Fizz, Thistle, Noobto, Pyronuke, Avril, and Pancake. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. To start off, a few days ago we were given an early preview of Escaping Peril's illustrated prologue. And even in just a couple pages, a ton happened. I'll be breaking down everything there is to see and showing you guys those pages. We start off with the very beginning of the prologue, which comes from Ruby's point of view, just like in the main book. She's pacing around what looks to be her room in the palace, and is worried about 𝙈𝙤𝙤𝙬𝙁. I'll keep this analysis spoiler-free for those of you who are being introduced to the story through the graphic novel. I have to say right off the bat that I am loving all the background detail here. This genuinely feels like such a cool space, and there's clearly a lot of time and work put into drawing it. This is a huge step up from some of the other background shots we've gotten in the graphic novels. And it's not the only improvement. The expressions in these pages are absolutely awesome. There's so much life and emotion depicted on every character's face. Mike Holmes' talent grows with every one of these he makes, and it's so great to see. Only 3 pages of this prologue had me fully immersed and wanting more to read. I like how seamlessly the flashback of these two royal sisters is included. Everything is still conveyed within these memory bubbles, and it was a clever way of starting off this part. The transition from present to past was something done very well and obviously. And with this art, we just got confirmation that the scouting princess Winter and Hailstorm encountered in the woods is in fact Ruby. This had been a mystery within the fandom for years, as Winter Turning doesn't ever give us the name of this character, and it was always fair to assume it wasn't her. After all, Ruby never behaves that harshly when we meet her in the future novels, and we know that Scarlet had many daughters. But now we finally do have our answer, as this Ruby design perfectly matches the Skywing we see back in the previous graphic novel. I'm absolutely in love with 𝙈𝙤𝙬𝙁𝙗's design, but I do think Ruby's will need to grow on me just a little bit. I've been seeing a lot of people mention how she looks kind of purple, and honestly, it's been a little hard to unsee that. But once we get the story in full, I'm sure I'll be used to her. I just personally always imagined Ruby as being kind of dark red, and I know many others did too. Moving on to the next 2 pages, we get even more of this flashback from during the war. Just like in the books, Scarlet wanted to kill any dragonets in the kingdom who were to hatch on the brightest night. This was an attempt to prevent the prophecy from coming into fruition. I have even more good things to say about the art. I absolutely love how much more detail has been put into background characters. In some of the earlier graphic novels, dragons who weren't the focus tended to be pretty simplified to the point where they often looked silly. But here, everyone has a lot of detail and thought put into them, and it's so cool. Again, the expressions are spot on, and I really think they do a good job of highlighting Scarlet's insanity and giving us a look at Ruby's apprehensiveness. Even with the guards and members of the High Council, we can spot a lot of discomfort, anxiety, and fear on their faces. It just goes to show that nobody really liked life under Scarlet's reign. The panels here are very engaging and colorful, and I'm super happy with them. Scarlet looks better than ever. And of course, baby Peril is so cute! Next we get the last 2 pages of this preview, which feature Peril's reveal to the tribe. It's just heartbreaking how happy and innocent she looks here, which is in stark contrast to Scarlet's unsettlingly evil expression and the vile words being said about Peril herself. Peril's fire scales are done better than they ever have seen before in the graphic novels. Ruby's right. It truly does look like she's burning from the inside. There's a lot of smoke, and her scales are physically brighter and fire-colored, just like on her book cover. I think this is done perfectly this time around. I especially love the panel of Scarlet threatening Peril. Again, the expressiveness is amazing, and the intensity present truly made me almost jump. Scarlett's wickedness is just on full display in every shot we got of her, and it's scary to see. And of course, we get the heartbreaking moment where the Queen forces Peril to burn an egg. She doesn't even realize what exactly her fire scales are, so when she does so, on the following panels when we get more of the book, we'll see her shock and sadness. Peril just looks so happy to reach for the egg. It's just really sad. These preview pages just increased my hype even more. And for those of you who might have been worried about the book or still deciding whether or not you'll get a copy, did this change your mind? Let me know all your thoughts down below. I was personally really satisfied with it, and I can't wait for potentially even more pages in the future before its release. The Escaping Peril graphic novel flies onto shelves December 24th, 2024. The exciting news doesn't just end with these graphic novel reveals. Just recently, Tui started an awesome Wings of Fire giveaway for you guys to be a part of. Please watch everything in this portion of the video and read the rules on Tui's blog page and in the legal document before entering. There are stipulations here. Tui is going to be giving away signed copies of the upcoming limited edition version of the Dragonette Prophecy, as well as the entire Wings of Fire plush keychain collection. 3 lucky winners are going to be able to claim these prizes. For the latter prize, Tui herself is going to be opening up a ton of the danglers to ensure that each winner gets one of each. I think that's an incredibly kind thing for her to do. There are some important things to note before entering though. You must be a legal resident in the United States to enter this giveaway. I know, it's really sad for it not to be international. This is for legal reasons and shipping, not anything I'm sure Tui can control. If you're a minor, you cannot fill out the Google form and enter for yourself. You have to have a parent or guardian submit your entry. This person is not allowed to use a minor's email, so it must be owned by a person who is 18+. All you have to do to enter is have your parent go to the Google form I'll link below. They must submit their email, name, zip code, and 5 books that you have read so far this year. There's been a lot of confusion as to if adult fans can enter for themselves. While Tui's blog post makes it seem like they can, the legal rules kind of say otherwise. The official legal document says this. Giveaway open to legal residents of the 50 United States and the District of Columbia, age 18 and older as of August 8th, 2024, who are the parents of children ages 7 to 17. This implies that you have to be a parent entering for your kid. And honestly, I'd say that if you're an adult fan, you should probably skip out on entering for yourself just in case. I wish it was more clearly stated that it has to be entered for a minor, but from the looks of it, that might be how it is. Unless Tui directly says otherwise at a later point in time, just stay safe with it. You must enter by September 15th, 2024. 3 winners are going to be chosen randomly on or around October 1st, 2024. There's also a giveaway going on right now for some teachers and librarians. If you or anyone you know happens to work in a school, this might be worth sending to them. They can win a free set of the books for their classroom or school's library. There's more information in Tui's blog post, which, again, is linked below. This is all so exciting! Good luck to everybody entering for the signed book and plush collection. What do you guys think? Are you looking forward to the Escaping Peril graphic novel, and will you enter the giveaway if you're able to? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!